number 1656, right here in Ithaca, New York. Happy Friday to you. We made it. It's Friday. Made it through the week, and what a week it was. Lots of stuff going on, and we're here for it. We're doing the thing. How's it going, Primas? Good to see you. Good morning to you. Yo. Good to see you. Had the show last night at Ithaca Beer here in Ithaca, New York, and it was a fun show. Took some footage from it, so I'll be sharing some stuff. Maybe I'll get a video up today. We'll see how it goes. I would love to share a little bit. Usually I record in vertical format, but I'm planning on using a little bit of this footage for a video that I'm working on next week. So I did a little bit more horizontal footage, so I think I'll put up a horizontal video, like a regular YouTube video. We'll see how that goes. It was fun show, and thanks for everybody coming out. The next show that I got, I actually got 2 shows next weekend. So another one here in the Finger Lakes area. That's at Bet the Farm Winery. Bet the Farm has been on the channel before. They were in the line dancing video. So I'm going to be headed back to Bet the Farm, and that'll be a fun show. They don't usually have music there, so it'll be cool to play there. And then that will be on May 23rd. And then on May 24th, I'm in Livingston County over by York, the town of York. I'm going to be playing with my brother, Levi, and we're going to be Brothers Cross It there at Dublin's Corners again. So a couple of shows coming up next weekend to get on your calendar. I'll share more about that on Instagram and everything. Instagram and all the platforms. How's it going? Good to see you, Keith. Sebastian, rocking the dark cherry Cayman belly boot. That's what I'm talking about. TGIF 89 NJ Guy, good to see ya. Good morning, Jesus. Thank you. I'm glad you liked the snakeskin video. How's it going, Micah? Thomas Barrett in here. Siller Boot and Shoe. Brian Board. Good morning to you, Harley. Yo, good to see you guys this morning. Good morning to you guys. All right, let's kick off this chill Friday. It just stormed here. Lots of thunder and lightning just came through. Lots of rain, but it seems to have died down for the moment. So we'll see how we do here. Hopefully we don't lose any power. But let's kick this off, this rainy Friday, off with this tune right here. It's called Held Together by Hand-Me-Downs. Start out the day with my mother's pancake recipe for that good old stick to your ribs all day energy. I pull on my Woolrich from great grandpa Moore. He helped our family with the cabin so we could move out the trailer. A watch from my father to know patience and time. He got it turning wrenches after 30 years of the grind. I'm suited up to last no matter what comes my way. I'm rooted in my past, ready to make this my day. They don't make them like they used to, pound for pound. I'm held together by hand-me-downs. My belt buckle and boots are from my godfather Bill. He wrote a book of his wisdom and I study it still. A hunting knife from my uncle with a tooled leather sheath. I dressed my first buck with it when I was only 14. And jeans from my brother since we're nearly the same size. But he does jiu-jitsu and I drink more than what's wise. I'm suited up to last no matter what comes my way. I'm rooted in my past, ready to make this my day. It don't make them like they used to, pound for pound. together by hand-me-downs. In the evening I flip through pages of Louis L'Amour. Great Uncle Charlie read Taggart 3 times or 4. I lay down on the grandma's quilt that's ragged with years. With all this around, I can rest without fears. I'm suited up to last no matter what comes my way. I'm rooted in my past, ready to make this my day. They don't make them like they used to, pound for pound. I'm held together by hand-me-downs. I'm held together by hand-me-downs. Held together by hand-me-downs. That one's not released yet on any streaming platforms, but maybe it will be soon. Oh, my guitar. Hold on one second. For after the show, my guitar stand got folded up a little bit, so I got to put it back up to size. I don't remember where I got this from, but it's got to be a little taller here. Maybe around there. We'll try there. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Coffee Music, number 1656. Good to see you here. Yeah, that'll do it. Good to see you. Good morning to you. How's it going, Lance? Wild Rover. Sure, we can do Wild Rover. That sounds like a fun one to do for a weekend. Let's do it. Good morning, Remy. How's it going? Still on the hunt for those head turners. Just me and the bricklayers today. That's what I'm talking about. Good afternoon to you, Neil. Good to see you. Glad you liked that one, Remy. Hey, Jake. Good morning to you. Let's talk boots of the day. Oh, I see Lance has got a question in here. Let's talk boots of the day, and I'll answer Lance's question here. Put your boots of the day in the live chat right now. You celebrating Full Quill Friday, or you got some bricklayers? Let me know in the live chat. Lance Lamont asks, what brought me to the Northwest, and why did I leave? So after college, my wife and I moved all over. We lived for 3 years in Phoenix, Arizona, in the Arizona area, just because the cost of living when we lived out there was so cheap, and there was lots of jobs. So we moved out there, and then we kind of got a little bit bored of the same season all the time. There's 2 seasons, right? They say there's 2 seasons in Phoenix, hot and hotter. So us being from the Northeast, we kind of were used to having 4 seasons. So we decided to give Seattle a try, which had a little bit more seasons. We got a little bit more winter, not a crazy amount of winter, but there was lots of tech jobs up there for my wife. At that point, I was mainly trying to focus on music, so I was on the road a lot. I was touring, and if you go back in the YouTube channel, you can find a lot of my tour videos. It's pretty funny to look back at them now. Maybe I'll bring them back on like Throwback Thursday. Maybe I'll start some sort of thing and repurpose that content. But there's tons of tour videos if you go back. But those only got like, some of them didn't even break 100 views. So it didn't really work out, which is why I had to go back and work marketing jobs. And that's how I ended up doing more stuff about cowboy boots on YouTube. And then Seattle just didn't sit right with me. It was a different place, because I grew up on the East Coast, in the Northeast, and East Coast and West Coast are completely different vibes, very different cultures, and it was a little bit different, and it was difficult for me to connect with people on the West Coast. So we came back to the East Coast and lived in Boston for a while during the pandemic, and now we're in Ithaca, New York. So we lived all over the place. Definitely a huge difference between West Coast and East Coast. And we went from a very West Coast city in Seattle to the most East Coast place in Boston. Like 2 extremes. And I definitely found a little bit more comfort being around all the, just straight to the point East Coasters. in Boston. That's kind of more my speed. You know what I mean? So that's why that's kind of just the adventures. The only place we haven't lived yet is in the Southeast. So hopefully, and I guess the Midwest. So maybe we'll get a chance to do that sometime. We'll see how it goes. But we like where we're at right now. This is the longest we've stayed anywhere. Yo, good to see you guys. Let's talk boots of the day. So today, before it rained, I got out there in some full quill ostrich boots. These are the Ariat Futurity Relentless Buckles full quill ostrich boot in the now discontinued olive color. I really like this color, and I'm not wearing it as much right now just because it is discontinued, and it's tough to show you guys discontinued boots that were so recently discontinued. Like, I got this boot just at the end of last year, and it's already discontinued. But I love the color of it so much. It's a very cool color, and I like the cutter toe as well. So today I'm celebrating Full Quill Friday with these Ariat Futurity Relentless Buckles full quill ostrich boots. What about you guys? Remy's got some Stetson boots passed down from your grandfather, and you think the song is your new favorite. Nice. Held together by hand-me-downs. Love it. Let's see. Nakona Jackpots today for Primas. Micah rocking some Justins. Brian rocking the Peets, the 2645s to start with. The Hondos. That's what I'm talking about. Remy's got the Justins today. How much of a difference is a C width compared to a D width? Found barely used size in a C width for real steel at your price. There is a noticeable difference. So especially at the same size. So for example, if I try an A width, it's much more snug. 12A compared to a 12B, a 12A is way more snug. So a thing that I like to think of is like it's about a half a size difference. So if you get a C width in your same size, it'll feel like a half size smaller than what you usually wear in general. So that's why I can get away with wearing an 11D a lot of times, because D, C, B, a 12B is, it feels like two half sizes up, right? Or two, it feels the same, but it's just longer. So a B width is the same at 12B. This is so hard for me to do without all my coffee and a show last night. Sorry. A 12B is basically the same width as a 11D, except the 11D is just shorter. So that's why I like a longer boot. So if you size to a 12A, then it's a half size down. If I went to a 12C, then it would feel like a half size up. It would feel like a 12.5B. It's kind of it's a general. It's not exactly like that, but generally that's how it feels. I want to say. I hope that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, I'll try to explain it again. I'm so exhausted this week after the show last night. This is my first cup of coffee, and I just set up all my gear again, so I haven't even had breakfast yet. You don't get it? All right. 1 second. All right. Let's see here. So, 12B. $11D, 12B, and 11D. So these are two different companies. So this is a 12B boot. This is an 11D boot. So these are technically very similar widths, even though this boot right here is an 11 and this is a 12. This is a D width. This is a B width. They're pretty much the same width for the most part. They feel like they're the same width. The only difference is this boot is shorter than this boot. So that's why I like B widths, is that basically you're taking an average width, generally, I guess, and just stretching it out. And because you're just stretching it further, it is a narrow width, because if you have sneakers, I don't have any sneakers in here. I went to the gym. They're by the door. If you have sneakers, of course, you're going to be able to lace them up and basically play with the width. So you don't need width sizes on sneakers or anything with laces for the most part. But you need width sizes for cowboy boots because it's there's no laces. So it's got to fit snug everywhere. So just imagine, since this would work, but my toes might be crunched up in the toe box here, so it's got to be longer. And in order to make that boot longer, it needs to be more narrow, because if you just sized up, it would be too wide. So the C width might be more snug than what you are comfortable with. Okay, you got it. You got it. Good. It's torture. You want it. No, don't do it again. Don't do it again. Brian Little's got the Cowtown Western rattlesnake boots today. Nice. That's how to close out the week. Don't own a set of sneakers. Boots are your everything. I don't blame you. I got sneakers so that I can get in the gym and work on these man gams so I can properly show you guys what jeans look like, and maybe have a little bit more average of a build. I used to be so skinny. I used to have no legs. Chicken legs. You look back at the Wrangler, the first Wrangler 936 video. It's like, where are his legs? Where's his legs? How's it going, Evan? Good to see you. Good morning to you. Happy Friday. All right, we're doing Wild Rover. We got it. This is a good Friday song. But I am in a crazy tuning right now, so I just got to get there. Boots are everything. You do have a pair of running shoes and 35-year-old Chuck Taylors that are still kicking. Damn. That's badass. You might be able to, if those are in good shape, you could probably sell those for a good amount right now. People always love vintage Chuck Taylors. Good morning to you. How's it going? This is Coffee and Music, 1656. Pretty chill. We're just hanging out here. Had a show last night at Ithaca Beer. And we're playing some Wild Rover here, an old Irish tune. Close enough. Let's do it. Wild Rover, thanks for the request, Primaz. Appreciate you. I gotta take another sip of coffee here. Well, I've been a wild rover for many a year, and I spent all my money on a whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold and great store, and I never will be the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Well, I went to an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady me money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answers me nay. Such a custom as yours I can get any day. And it's a no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. So I took from my pocket 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I have whiskeys and wines of the best, and those words that I spoke, they were only in jest. Yes, it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. to my parents and confess what I have done, and ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And when they forgive me, as oft times before, I never will be the wild Rover no more. And it's a no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild Rover. No, never, no more. Fun one, Primos. Good idea. Thank you, Remy. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Cheers. Thanks for that super chat tip. Have a spectacular day. Came from the skateboarding world and recently tapped into Texas roots thanks to your grandpa and rancher cousin. Boots are the best hand-me-downs. 100%. Love it. Good call. All right, guys. It's time to get at it here. Lots of work to do to complete this week here, and lots of fun stuff happening this weekend. Actually, my wife is going to be selling some plants in Syracuse, so I'm going to be going along and helping with that. A bunch of house plant sales. It's going to be fun. So lots to do here. Close out the week. Love you guys so much. Remember, if you're in the area next weekend, either in Tompkins County or Livingston County of New York State, I got a show on Friday, May 23rd at Bet the Farm in Trumansburg in Tompkins County, and on Saturday in York over in Livingston County at Dublin's Corner. So come on out to one of those. I got them up on my website. So check out the shows page, and maybe I'll see you there. Love you guys so much. Let's kick ass, take names, have a little fun while we're at it. Whew! What's the slimmest jean you can get away with? Cowboy boots? I think it was a great one was the Wrangler Retro Skinny Jean, but they discontinued that one for some reason. That was like the best skinny jean with cowboy boots. It depends on who makes it. And also depends on your cowboy boots. So there's lots of things that go into it. You could get away with a slimmer jean, but you kind of have to have a slimmer top boot, like a vintage boot. If you got one of the newer boots, square toe boots, or something from Ariat with wider tops, it won't work out quite well. So it just depends on the kind of boot that you got. It really does. It really does. Love you guys so much. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys around. Peace. You guys are the best.